Okay, hello all. So I thought I'd do a quick video on fonts. Um, there was some questions about whether that you could include your own fonts, and you can. We haven't covered it in the course, and I thought I might just add that on briefly because it is something that's very popular. So historically, the way the web worked was that um, you couldn't rely on a computer having a font installed on their on the desktop that the website was being displayed on. And so what you would end up doing is you would end up specifying a whole list of fonts. So you'd see this font family sort of thing with all these related sort of fonts. And the idea was that if you didn't have the first one, you'd have the second, and it would fall back and back and back. Okay. And so the idea was that you would get a font that looks sort of like what you're after. So that's the way that the web did work, and to a large extent, we still do it that way. But nowadays, you can actually specify a specific font file, and you can actually upload it to the computer, and they can utilize it. So we'll look at that. So you can see here at the moment that I've got like a sans serif type font, and this is just using the standard font family. So what we'll do is we'll go and we'll find a file on the internet that's like a font file. We'll download it, and we will I'm just picking the first one. Now there's two types of font files: true type font files and WOFF font files. They're the only two that you can do this with. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So I get this in a folder which you can't see, so I'll bring it over here. Okay, so it's zipped. I unzip it, extract all, which once again you can't see. So I extract it. Yep, and it creates this true type font file. Okay, so now what we want is if we go over to our project, we'll turn our folder view on, and we'll just literally drag that true type font across into the project. So the font file has to be in the folder. That's fine. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at this at font face. So it's the at font face rule that lets us import a font. Okay, so let's just copy this across. And we might, yep. Okay. Just make a bit more space. I'll put it up the top. So it's all in styling. Alrighty, so this is direct from the W3 schools. Okay, I've just copied and pasted that. And what you want is, so they've just made up a font family, which is fine. And that'll be the sort of thing that goes into here, right? And so the URL will be the name of the font file. So for us, it's Bertha Melanie.tff. So what we want is to specify this font family here. Which isn't what I want at all. I just want this word here. And we should. Okay, you can see that the font changes. Okay, so we've picked up that font. But more importantly, what we've done is we've put this in here. And this is telling the computer that not only do you want to display this font, but you need to upload it to the computer that's displaying the website so that you can use that font. So this should ensure that when I'm marking your assessment task, that font will be appearing on my screen. So hopefully this has been useful for you, and you can put all sorts of crazy fonts. Just remember that you can only go for WOFF and true type fonts TTF. All right, guys, I'll leave it at that.